AC generator, also called as alternator, and synchronous generator. Alternator is an electrical generator that converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. The source of mechanical energy includes steam turbine, gas turbine, water turbine, IC engines, solar energy, wind energy, etc. For reasons of cost, simplicity, most alternators use rotating magnetic field with a stationary armature. In this session, we'll study the construction of the AC generator, also called as alternator, also called as synchronous generator. You can see here there are different mechanical energy available, that is in the form of the water, that is the water head is used as the mechanical energy, that is we are showing a demo here, and also there is a wind energy, there is a nuclear energy which is converted into electrical energy, there is a thermal energy in the form of thermal power plant that is converted into electrical energy, there is the solar energy is also converted into the electrical. These are the different source of the mechanical energy which is converted into the electrical energy. This is how there is a conversion of the mechanical energy into electrical energy in the case of hydropower plant. You can see here there is a head here, there is a penstock in that, there is a water is flowing and is hitting the water turbine. The water turbine start rotating. It has got a magnetic field here, then there is a stationary armature conductors. Because of the rotating magnetic field cuts the armature conductors, then there is an induced voltage, then it is step up the voltage and it should be transmitted. This is how there is a conversion of a mechanical energy into a electrical energy. I told you it is called as a synchronous machine because it is rotating at a constant speed called as a synchronous speed. Okay, these are the different types of the mechanical energy resources are available that is converted into electrical energy, such as gas turbine, diesel turbine. Okay, there is a water turbine here. Okay, there are different types of the mechanical energy they are available that is converted into electrical energy. The synchronous generator, or also called as an alternator, also called as AC generator. That is defined already. The synchronous generator or alternators are used to convert mechanical power derived from steam, gas or hydraulic turbine to AC electric power. Means the basic function of the synchronous generator or a alternator is converting mechanical energy into electrical energy. The synchronous generators are primary source of electrical energy we consume today. Whatever the electricity we are using for a different the applications, that is what we are getting from the alternator or a synchronous generator. These are called as synchronous machine because they operate at synchronous speed, which is a constant. Speed of this rotor always matches the supply frequency. That will see what is the relation between the speed and the frequency. That is, the alternator is basically a AC generator which converts mechanical energy into the electrical energy. Then to generate the electricity, the three things are necessary. One is the conductor, the second one is the field, the third one is the relative motion between the conductor and the field. Therefore, you see in the case of a DC generator, there the field is stationary, the conductors are rotating. Because the conductor cuts the magnetic field, thereby there is an induced voltage in the rotating armature conductors. Because the conductor cuts the magnetic flux, that induced voltage is called as dynamically induced voltage. Because the conductors are rotating, therefore it is dynamically induced voltage. But in the case of the AC generator, the construction is reversed such a way that the field is rotating whereas the armature conductors are stationary. Armature conductors are stationary. Therefore, if the conductors are stationary in which there is a induced voltage by a rotating magnetic field, then the voltage induced in the armature conductors is called as statically induced voltage. The same thing is defined here. The coil conductor remains stationary and flux through it changes with the time. The EMF so induced is known as statically induced voltage. The voltage induced in the conversion of the rotating magnetic mechanical energy, that is in the form of a twist you are giving to the rotor, that is the field. Then field is cutting the stationary conductors. There is a induced voltage in the stationary armature conductors. That is why it is called as statically induced voltage. That is seen here, the brief construction of a alternator that you can see here. See, these are the armature conductors. There are three coils I shown here. One is for R, the another is for Y, the third one is B. Then there is a rotor here. It is consist of the magnetic poles and it is a field winding. They are creating a magnetic flux. These are rotating because we are giving a mechanical energy to the shaft. That is, thereby there is a rotation of the magnetic field. Then there is a stationary armature conductors in which there is a induced voltage. The nature of the induced voltage in this armature conductor is the alternating in the nature, and these coils, coil R, Y and B are displaced 180 degree, and the induced voltage in these three coils are displaced by 120 degree, that you can see here. That is the R, Y and B, the phase displacement between the R, Y, B is 120. There are three coils, they are placed in the stationary and there is a rotating magnetic field. Because of this flux is cutting the stationary armature conductors, there is a induced voltage in the alternator. You can see this is the basic block diagram of the alternator. We have got a stator in which we have got a armature conductor. So we have got a three coils I shown here, that is R, Y and a B. These are placed here. Actually here there are number of slots in the stator. In that their conductors are placed, they are connected in a different fashion. Okay, it is R winding, Y winding and B winding. Winding means it is consist of number of conductors. And we have got a magnetic electromagnet. It is excited by DC supply, thereby it is producing the magnetic flux. Therefore, we are giving a mechanical energy to this rotor so that the field is start rotating. When the field start rotating, it is cutting the stationary armature conductors. Therefore, there is an induced voltage in R, Y and B. It has got three windings, therefore it is called three-phase synchronous generator or three-phase alternator. Then the voltage induced in all these coils are the same because same magnetic field, the same speed, all the three windings are identical, thereby the induced voltage in all these coils are the same. But the thing is that there is a phase displacement of 120 degree electrical between R and Y, Y and B. Then the construction of the alternator, there are two parts. We know that the basic parts of synchronous generators are basically a rotor. I told you in the case of alternator, rotor is the field system. Rotor is a field system, that is it is excited by the DC winding. And the stator is a three-phase winding in which the AC EMF is generated, then it is called as armature. That is, the rotor is a field system, whereas the stator is a armature in which there is a induced voltage is inducing. You can see, therefore, continuing with the construction, an alternator is made up of two main parts. One is called as a rotor, that is a field system, and the stator, that is the armature. The construction of an alternator consists of field poles in the rotor placed on the the rotating fixtures of the machine. That is, the field system is on the rotating part. The rotor rotates in the stator. That is, the rotor is rotating in the stator, and the field poles get projected onto the rotor body of the alternator. That you are seeing here. See, these are the projected. It is in the inside the stator. And the armature conductors are housed on the stator. That is, the armature at the stationary part, that is the stator. You can see here the assembled the alternator. You can see here, this is the rotor. See here, these are the poles. These are the poles. This is a field winding. That is yellow part, whatever the yellow portion you are seeing here. These are the field winding. It is the field winding. There we are giving a DC supply so that it is creating a magnetic flux. It is on the rotating body. Here we are giving a mechanical energy so that the field is rotating. You can see here, these are the stator winding. These are the armature conductors. There are three different windings: R winding, Y winding, and B winding. They are wound on the stator. Then it is a supporting yoke and all other things. Main parts of the alternators are the rotor, that is a field system, and there is a stator, that is the armature. Then why we are going for a rotating a magnetic field with stationary armature? There are several advantages of rotating the magnetic field in the case of the alternator. That is the first advantage of having a rotating magnetic field. The stationary armature is more easily insulated for high voltage. That is, the armature conductors, to produce more electricity, you have to make use of the more number of conductors and you have to generate the more electricity. Then for that, these conductors are insulated each other. Then it is also generating very high voltage. If they are keeping in the stationary part, it has got an advantage rather than it is rotating. That is, the stationary armature is more easily insulated for the high voltage. And second advantage is that the armature windings, being stationary, are not subjected to vibration and centrifugal force. If the conductors are placed on the rotating part, there is an exhibition of the vibration, and there is the centrifugal force is exerted on a conductors. If it is the rotor is rotating with a very high speed, then there is the coming out of a conductor from the rotating part. That is why, to avoid that, the armature conductors are placed on the stationary part of the alternator. The third advantage of having a stationary armature and rotating magnetic field is that the output current can be taken directly from the fixed terminals. That is, the armature at the stationary part, then the electricity what we are tapping from the alternator, you can tap directly from the stator. If the armature is in the rotating part, then through these slip rings you have to get the electricity. Then tapping the electricity directly from the stator is very easy. Therefore, the armature is at stationary part and the field is the rotating. The rotating field is supplied with the direct current. Anyway, we are giving a supply to the DC to the rotating part, that is a magnetic field. However, that DC supply, whatever you are giving, is very, very small, and also there are only 2 slip rings are necessary. If you have got a 3-phase winding is placed on the rotor, you can see there are the 6 terminals. For R terminal there are 2 terminals. For Y there are 2, start and finish. For B, start and finish. In all, you have to get the 6 slip rings to tap the electricity outside. Otherwise, if it is 3-phase winding, at least 3 slip rings are necessary. That is, if you are using the field as a rotating part and you are minimizing the number of slip rings. Then the rotating magnetic field is very light and you can rotate that rotor with very high speed, so that we have to get the more electricity. That is the advantage. The advantages are, that is, the armature easily insulated for higher voltages. The armature windings are not subjected to either mechanical vibration or a centrifugal force. Then output from the alternator, you can tap it directly. Then for the field system, we need only 2 slip rings, and the field system is the very light, and the rotor can be rotated with very high speed to get the more electricity. These are the advantages of the rotating magnetic field. Then we'll see the stator of the alternator. That is, stator is the armature in which there is an induced voltage. That is, it is a stationary part of the machine. The various part of the stator includes, that is, the supporting frame, the stator core in which the conductors are placed, stator windings, and the cooling arrangement for the winding. Now, in order to reduce the hysteresis and eddy current losses, the stator core is assembled with high grade silicon content steel laminations. That is, once again, the stator and the rotor of the alternator is made up of laminations with high content the silicon steel, so that we have to minimize the eddy current and eddy current losses. Built with steel laminations, have slots on its inner periphery. Inside the stator winding, there is an inner periphery. We have got a slots to place the conductors. 3-phase winding is placed in these slots. We have got in the armature, we have got 3-phase winding: R winding, Y winding, and B winding. The armature winding is always connected in star. It is very, very important. We are never connect the armature winding in delta. It is always connected star, and neutral is grounded. I'll show you how actually is the stator is. See, you can see here, it is a stator core. It is made up of lamination. It looks like a solid body, but it is made up of lamination, and its inner periphery, we are seeing here, there is a number of slots. In these slots, the armature conductors are placed. There is one set of conductors is meant for R phase, the another set of slots is meant for Y phase, the another set of slots is meant for B phase, and 3 different windings are wound. The same number of conductors, the same material is used, all they are identical, but we have got a 3 winding. Therefore, it is because it is 3-phase alternator. You can see here, this is another the view of a stator. You can see here, in these slots, the armature conductors are placed here. The armature, these are called as the armature, the coils they are placed. Okay. Then you can see the another view of the stator. See here, these are the armature, the conductors. That is why, in a summary, the alternator is a AC generator which converts electrical energy into a mechanical energy. In this case, the stator is the armature, whereas the rotating part is the magnetic field. It has got several advantages that we are seeing. In the next class, we will discuss the rotor of the alternator.